Cavaliers, our final game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And yeah, man, we just got to keep doing with the same format. The same format, man, the same format, and then we'll be good. Same strategy, everything.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia. Hello, NBA playoff fans. We're about to start Game 4 of the conference finals here on 2K Sports. Shaq's here. The Jet is here. I'm Ernie Jones. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. Checking out Cleveland. Game 3, a bitter loss. These home fans hoping they can rally back and provide something to cheer about this time around. And after losing the first 3 games of the series, certainly not the position they'd hope to find themselves in as we approach Game 4, needless to say. Now looking for a win simply to stave off elimination. So what's the mindset, Jet?
Man, this is where your pride's got to kick in. Are you kidding me? You cannot get swept. This is where you have to dig in, dig down deep. Are you going to win the series? Probably not. But you cannot get swept.
Kenny and I know this for a fact. Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. How they respond tonight, Kenny, will tell me something about this team. The home fans will show up, but the question is, will the team show up? Do they want to go fishing, or do they want to go to the next game?
Looks like a fishing trip.
1, 2, 3, Cancun. And now we head down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. Battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. The injury to Kyrie Irving. This is the really big news here.
Kevin, it's always tough to be without a player of his caliber, but let's look ahead. If they make it to the finals, then there's a good chance he may be available to help them.
And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Guys, he told me their primary focus at the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thanks, David. So Detroit will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris in at point guard. Andre Drummond is out there at John Lewis. And it's Young, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now here is Harris. The feed to Drummond. 5 to shoot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Drummond's got his team on the board to start the game for Detroit.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
Here's Williams. The pass to LeBron. Stolen by Moore. Here's Harris. Young outside. Back to Harris. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go. And he lays it up and in. Young's got his first points of the night.
And although to be surrounded Young, it isn't enough sometimes. He's just too talented for those guys down there.
Smith wide open. He fires. Rebound by the Pistons. It was a big win for them, coming off Tuesday's match.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
When you're playing that type of defense walking is key, and they did a superb job of doing that.
Here's Fry after the basket by Detroit. It's LeBron with the try. Tries again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know how accurate JR is from 3. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
Cleveland shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That's good from J.R. Smith. Good as he hits both of his shots. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Young dishes to Harris. And Drummond gets to Young. Second chance shot. Moore can't hit.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Not that one. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson is putting into his game.
Harris with it. Williams picks him up. Young against Thompson. Young passes to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Dish now to Drummond. Shot from the wing. Offensive rebound. Moore. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Williams kicks Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Harris dishes to Drummond. Drummond with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
The score now all even.
He is very frustrated to guard because he makes plays that will drive you crazy.
Harris outside. That's the Young. Harris outside. Harris hits the Young. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And that's just great basketball. Young is extraordinary at distributing the rock to his teammates.
All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. We're making it way too easy for LeBron right now, guys. He's doing the most damage, gets to his spot down low. I want us fronting him in the paint. Be active out there and deny the entry pass. Let's go, guys. Let's play some defense.
For the Cavaliers, Chris Anderson is checked in for Thompson. Dunleavy comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Amon Shumpert in for J.R. Smith. 1:02 left to play in the first. The drive by LeBron. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And what do you do with LeBron on the loose and coming at you full speed? All you can do is foul him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
You know he's a perennial all-NBA first-teamer, but LeBron is also one of the league's top spokesmen. That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide-open shot.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Detroit. Williams gets the shot. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Williams with a clean look. And another miss by Cleveland.
Mix up defensively, left him wide open from mid-range. That's a shot he needs to hit.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
I think those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Now here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
Absolutely. Prevented an easy bucket. Fantastic D.
Thank you, Levi's.
Dunleavy gets the shot.
For real?
Pocket 6.
Hell no, man.
Fires the 3. That shot off the mark.
Thank you, Justice.
Morris. The shot misses. And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. And the second quarter
So Curry
will
gonna
be
be
on
hitting
the
them
way
threes,
when we
man.
come back.
And KD, bro. And Klay Thompson. Probably and Iguodala too. Ain't gonna lie. Them 4, KD, Steph Curry, Iguodala, Klay Thompson. Them 4, they got a good shot, man. I ain't gonna lie. They got a good shot. Ain't gonna lie.
And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
Putting all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as a leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Final as we get things started once again. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
Seeing a couple go through the basket at the start of the game can be a huge confidence booster.
A moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Jefferson is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And there's Anderson. And it's Dunleavy in a point guard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Cavaliers was not his usual self. He ended with a few points and he added a few assists. He was able to set up his teammates for good looks. He missed shot after shot. The iron was indeed unkind. He'll be looking to make amends here tonight, Kevin.
You're bringing it, David. Thank thank you so much for that report. And I know, guys, he was pretty disappointed in that performance.
You know, it would have been a lot easier for him to digest if they had somehow managed to win the game. But the disappointment really hits home when you struggle like he did, and that leads directly to a loss.
Yeah, he's counted on to make big plays, make big shots. He didn't do that. Has to find a way to bounce back in the next one.
Here's Jefferson following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Shepard up top. He's going to make Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Morris outside. Johnson the screen. Marjanovic just screen on Shumpert. Off target with his three. The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeBron outside. Anderson, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And then for Detroit, Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Young comes in for Johnson. And Harris subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Dunleavy. Hasn't scored yet, and I'm sure will change. And it's Harris off the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. And it's an 8-point Piston lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Jefferson against Caldwell Pope. Jefferson kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Jefferson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Shumpert. Offline with his through. Detroit leading by 8. Harris outside. Down low. Stolen by Thompson. Dunleavy kicks to Shumpert. From 17 feet out. Hooked away. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
The passion that Young plays with is infectious. I mean, just shows you once again how much he loves playing the game.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Young. For the Cavaliers, Channing Fries checked in for Anderson. Smith comes in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Williams in for Mike Dunleavy. Lewis checked in for the Pistons. Tobias Harris comes in for Contavious Caldwell Pope. And so Young nails them both.
He is usually very consistent at the line. You expect him to make everything from there now.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we gotta keep it up and stay focused. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, Chuck.
Who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Second, Andre Drummond. Fourth, Justice Young.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, it'll go, and then Detroit is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Fry.
Good look by Sean. jumper, right on the money.
Harris passes to Young. Now here's Lure, guarded by Fry. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Williams kicks to Fry. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Harris with the ball. Good D by Thompson.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
Got that bucket. Fry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really like how Perez keeps his hands moving, which is why he comes away with important steal.
Smith against Young. Here's Drummond. And off the prior, and in it goes. Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for Detroit.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
But you can't waste time. You have to go quickly.
Young against Smith. Takes it to Fry. Dishes to Thompson. Down it goes for his third basket in his many tries.
He knows his teammate loves to shoot from that spot on the floor and get him the ball exactly there.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. A three. And another three for Detroit.
And really, Young is very efficient at shooting the triple. The D has to be better guarding him from out there.
And that concludes the first half. It's Detroit. They're up by 11. Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what needs to happen in the third quarter to get this game under control?
We gotta get multiple stops. Our coach keeps tracking the back of the bench of, consecutive stops. So coming out the second half, we gotta get multiple stops, multiple efforts, and then, on offense, gotta execute.
Yeah, those multiple stops are how you get runs going. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
$41, $42, $43. Give me all the keys. I'm jumping like Super Mario. Super Mario Galaxy. Volume 1. Jumping
I like what I
in
see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more
I
than
keep
them.
getting because I hear.
Now stay focused, guys. Let's
I
win this
relax
game.
it on the
Go
beach.
home.
Y'all can really see. Please don't kill my brother.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. You look at Justice Young in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teaming him. Single coverage will not get it done.
On the court for the Pistons, Harris. He's in at point guard. John Lure's out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Harris. And it's Young in at the 2 spot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Harris. Makes it off the glass. Harris has got the first points of the second half up on the board for Detroit.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
LeBron kicks to Fry. Back to James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the screen. Off the pick. And he overshot that one, missing.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
And Lure kicks to Harris. Pistons passing it around. Passes it to Lure. He dishes it to Young. Harris passes to Lure. 18 feet out. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
James outside. Feeds to Fry. Williams kicks to James. A rebound by Young.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. He had great looks, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, but he has to take that shot 10 out of 10 times. It was right there for him.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Dunleavy comes in for Channing Frye. And Jefferson subbed in for Smith. Detroit also making some changes. Stanley Jackson, he's checked in for John Lure. Caldwell Pope comes in for Young. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Harris. Now here is Harris. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. No one covering. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
Right now he's being too passive and not looking for a shot enough. He needs to be more aggressive and get more shots up because he's shooting well.
LeBron against Harris. LeBron outside. Chipped away. On deep. It's hauled in by Harris.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the middle. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist from Tobias Harris.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Harris kicks to Johnson. Caldwell Pope outside. Shoots from the line. And that one hits back iron.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Dunleavy up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
James kicks to Williams. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Cavaliers shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
Mo Williams. 2 shots.
That's good from Williams. And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. And a switcher also for Detroit. Smith is checked in. And Williams drops them both. 1:05 left to play in the third. Smith kicks to Harris. Inside, here's Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Pistons lead by 17.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jefferson down low. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. LeBron can't get it to go.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
Shumpert against Jackson. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Another three for Detroit.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. James outside. Screen by Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Latrey. James with another miss. On deep. And release wasted in time, but it's off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Detroit running away with it. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Pistons leading by 20. They've got Tristan Thompson. Dunleavy is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Smith in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Lure. Harris dishes to Lure. Good. Lure's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pistons.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Smith outside. He kicks it to Frye. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
It's Young on the wing. Over to the left wing. A 3 ball. And good. The 3-point shot. Good from Harris.
And really can't fault the
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they would.
I just clank it off the basket.
For the Cavaliers, Jones checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jordan McRae comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Felder in for Shumpert. And then for Detroit, Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for John Lure. And Levens is subbed in for Ish Smith. Here's Felder. From beyond the arc, drills the 3-pointer. Harris with it. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Now Young launches a 3. And it's Felder with the rebound. Jones the pass to Felder. Harris on the double team. Here's Felder. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the wide. It could be a 3-point play.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for James Jones. LeBron comes in for Dunleavy. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for McRae. Here's Harris. Morris a screen. Harris kicks to Levens. Leans. And the rejection by Smith. Here's Felder. Guarded by Harris. Felder, the pass to James. Here's Felder. Some solid defense from Harris.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Now, here is Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Young against LeBron, and Young kicks to Morris. Good on the triple.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
I think in this situation right now, he's trying to put them away.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Williams is checked in for Felder. And then for Detroit, Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Luer comes in for Marcus Morris. And Harris subbed in for Levens. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Detroit leading by 22. Harris dishes to Drummond. And Young kicks to Harris. It's Drummond top of the key. The feed now to Harris. Drummond the screen. Swing gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And that's just what Prez does, getting real physical with the D on his shots.
This is the president. Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Thompson. And it's Jefferson in for James. Then for the Pistons, Marjanovic comes in for Drummond. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Harris. And he can't hit the second.
Got to commend Prez, a fast learner who continues to improve with each passing game.
Williams' shot is off. Pistons leading by 22. Johnson kicks to Harris. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's Young on the wing. And that one's on target from the wing.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
And just not much more you can say, guys. It's the end of the line for one team and a hard-fought, well-deserved trip to the NBA Finals for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted. And what a huge standout performance it was for Young. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
That one is off for the Cavaliers. Jones comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Felder in for Williams. Marcus Morris is checked in for Detroit. He hits the second from the line.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Young outside. Johnson up top. Marjanovic against Anderson. Marjanovic passes to Johnson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jefferson dishes to Smith. Tipped away. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And Morris throws it down.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Right time to start playing the best basketball that you can play. They are making everything right now.
Here's Felder after the basket by Detroit. Outside, Jones. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Jefferson setting the pick for Jones. And another miss by Cleveland.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Here's Felder, guarded by Harris. Here's Felder. And so the Detroit Pistons win the series and will move on.
And you can see the elation on their faces. Not just happiness, but pure excitement to be headed to the NBA Finals.
A tremendous opportunity now, just 4 wins away from a championship.
Yeah, and so close. I mean, they could practically taste it right now, but it's not going to be easy. Those next 4 wins are going to be the most difficult of the season if they can get them. But no matter what happens, I think the accomplishment of winning the conference championship is something this franchise and its fans will always remember.
And they'll represent the East in a final series that's mere days away. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Alright guys, on the next episode we'll be going against the Cleveland. We already won against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now we just gotta go against the Golden State Warriors. But like I said, if we could lock down KD, Klay Thompson, Iguodala, and Steph Curry, that would be good. And do what we've been doing. So it's first seed versus first seed. I got let me see if I can record the first game of the playoffs, and then by the time it hits 77%, then I have one more to go. But yeah, man, I'm so happy for this opportunity to actually play in the playoffs and take my team to a championship or the finals, man. I'm really happy. But yeah, man, we're going against the Golden State Warriors. They got KD, Klay Thompson, Iguodala, and Steph Curry. They are good, amazing shooters. But yeah, man, we try our best to play good defense and chemistry, and hopefully we could push through the finals of this game. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Trying to post mostly every day, every week whenever I have free time. Catch you guys in the next video.